David, just doing journaling for YouTube. But I'm doing well. Today was an offbeat day of taxifying in my brain, making everything worse than what it is. Where sometimes it's not too many people are out, but where I live, there's negativity, and you can feel. I can still feel the negativity in the air. It's gotten a lot better since the new staff, but I just always try to keep to myself. And there's a lady I just don't like being around her, and she's been sitting by me. So, and I'm making things worse in my own head. But I've been thinking of things. I have a game plan, so I'll take care of that. But yeah, sometimes we make things worse in our own brain than what reality really is. That's what I'm learning. I create my reality. What I see is what I get. So I'm learning to try to stay positive, but it's not always hard. It's always hard to stay positive sometimes when you just people are negative and are always up to no good where I live. And I'm learning to deal with it. I'm in a better space, but like I said, I have a game plan, get it taken care of. But I'm grateful that I have a place to live. That's one thing. I'm grateful that I have a place to live. I have a roof over my head. I have got paid the other day, got money, so I'm in a great place. But just every now and then, my brain makes up things worse than what it already is. So I'm learning to just chill my mind. I've been meditating. I'm going to meditate when I get done with this video because meditating works for me. But sometimes I can't find a guided meditation that works for me that I like. Some of them just talk too much before they get to the meditation. For me, I just like to get to the meditation, and so sometimes I have to find a few to get to the meditation. But I enjoy meditation. I enjoy life. I'm grateful for life because life is what I make it, and I'm trying to make it a better place in my own head in reality. Because when I focus on negativity, that's all I see. I'm learning that's all I see is negativity. So it's up to me how I see things. So I'm learning to stay basically in the moment. That's where I struggle sometimes. I get away from the moment, but I try to stay in the moment and think of what I'm doing in the moment. So once I'm in the moment, I'm good, and I don't care what's going on around me because can't change the past, can't predict the future because it's not here yet. So I don't know, it's not here yet, so I can't predict it. So that's one thing I'm learning is just be in the moment. Because that's where I learn things is being in the moment. So life on life's terms, that's what I'm learning. Like AA says, life on life's terms. And 1 minute at a time, well, they say one day at a time. Sometimes for me, it's 1 minute at a time. But I've come a long way, so I'm not like right now. I'd be all freaking out in my brain and whatever not. And I don't really care because it's part of life. And everything we go through is to teach us to grow to get to the next levels. I'm learning because to get to the next level, I have to go through what I go through to get there. And I'm learning to take everything as lessons. Like what I'm going through today, it's a lesson. I'm learning to not think negative all the time or around people. So I'm learning to be grateful for what I'm learning because if I didn't learn what I learned, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'd still be that basket case I was a couple years ago. So I'm grateful I've gone through what I'm going through because I've learned to love myself going through what I go through. Because basically it's part of life, and I'm enjoying life because I'm learning it's what I make it to be. And I got to do some craft projects later. I haven't done any in a couple years, so I got to watch some fresh in my memory, watch some videos how to make some duct tape stuff. So, and I'm learning. That's another thing. I don't do much during the day, so that doesn't help with my negative thoughts anyway. And I keep my apartment looking good. I cleaned up my apartment because that has something to do with it too. When I let my apartment go, then my brain gets like, oh, I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be in there. Too messy. So I cleaned the kitchen, cleaned up the floors, swept the floors. Now I'm cleaning the counters off. I got everything looking nice. So that's what I'm learning is just keep it clean, and it helps me physically and mentally. So, and I have a wind down what time I go to bed too. So I'm changing everything. So, but where I live, like I said, sometimes there's some idiots here, but it's part of life. But if it wasn't for people here, I wouldn't love myself like I do today. for all the crap I went through being here. And like I said, it's gotten better because we got good staff, really good staff. They're really helpful. They listen. But sometimes they take things out of context when you're talking to them, like my staff. She takes things out of context sometimes. So I'm fine with that. I have a game plan for that too. I'm going to talk to my brother. So I'm learning the 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time, how everybody wants to see it. But I take it basically 1 minute at a time sometimes. And sometimes I just try to stay in the moment that I'm in. Because that's all I have is the moment. Because the future is not here and the past is already gone. So there's no sense of hating myself for the past because it no longer exists, pretty much. The past is the past, and the future is the future. So, like I said, I'm learning to be in the moment, and that definitely helps me mentally. Is the more I'm in the moment, the better I feel is being in the moment. That's what, an audio book I'm listening to today. I listened to it for a couple hours today. Letting Go. And there's a lot into that book that I like, letting go. Just let go. I can't change what is. I can only do with what I have at any given moment, so I just let it go. It's a good audio book. It was 12 hours, I think. I'm like 8 hours into it. I got 8 hours left of the book. That's where I'm learning. I learned some good pointers from that book too, and all the other audio books I listen to. I listen to all kinds of audio books, Buddhism, philosophy. So that's how I got better, is listening to Buddhism and philosophy and positive audiobooks. And the one I like the most is The Courage to Be Disliked. It's a good book. The Courage to Be Disliked. Because nobody likes everybody sometimes. You might have some people like me, but a lot of people don't like me, so why care? And there's a video I saw, and I'll keep it PG. The lady's like, nobody has to effing like you. You have to effing like yourself. I'm like, wow, that does make a lot of sense. Nobody has to like me. And that's what changed with me too, hearing that video. I heard it many years ago. But nobody has to like me. I only have to like myself. Who cares if anybody likes me? They don't pay my bills. They don't pay my rent. They don't buy my food. So why care what people think? If they're not paying for anything, or why care what somebody's opinion means? It doesn't mean anything. They're just opinions. Like everybody, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. So, and I'm learning, don't care what people's opinions are. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to ask for opinions, because basically it doesn't hurt to have an opinion, but the only one that matters in the end is my opinion. So thank you for listening, and I hope somebody got something out of this. If you did, you did. You don't, you don't. I can't change. That's it. Bye.